for you. Keep reading.
And nakedness.
Clothes on our back, sisters. Where are the clothes on our back made at? Huh? What countries? Hey, here's a question. Do Chinese people like black folks? God said you have to serve your enemies for what?
And nakedness.
Clothes on your back. The people that don't like you, you have to get them from.
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
So the Bible describes it with woolly hair and was fully white. All right, keep reading.
As white as snow. And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
We all know black folk, when you get tired from working 45, 50, 60, 70 hours a week, and you walk through the front door, your eyes is what? Bloodshot damn red. He had red eyeballs. His eyes was red because he drank a little bit of wine from people trying to kill him. When Christ was on the earth, what nobody his friend? He had hell, he even had a traitor amongst them. What was his the traitor's name amongst them? Judas. He walked around. When your ass be stressed out and take a little drink, if you walked around with a dude you know was setting you up to kill you, that's what he had. And then he had the Pharisees trying to kill him too. So the whites of his eyes was red. Keep reading.
And his feet like unto fine brass.
He looks at his feet and he says his feet was the color of brass. Brass is in what color family? Is it in the blue family, the green family? What color would it fall under? Copper looking, which is under what family? Brown. Brass is brown. You know why we say copper and gold and all that? It's because we used to get shit from Rent-A-Center. Where they done strip down the brass and put it in chemicals. But when you take it out the ground, it's actually brown. So he said his feet was brown. Now keep reading.
As if they burned in a furnace.
You burn brown stuff in the furnace. Does it come out looking like this? Or would it come out like that? It come out just like that. And is y'all feet the same color as your legs? Your feet a different color from your legs? Come on, we gotta think, y'all. Is your feet a different color than your legs? No, it's brown. Come on, y'all. We gotta use some common damn sense. Your feet the same color as your legs, and your legs the same color as your arms, and your arms the same color as your face. Right? So if his feet is dark ass brown, what color was his legs? Dark ass brown, and his face was what? Dark ass brown. The black man you reading about in the Bible with woolly hair. Now go back to Deuteronomy 28:48. Now he pulled a scripture earlier talking about enemies. So why would I correlate that with the image of Jesus Christ and this false image that God calls the image of the beast in the Bible? God called a white man the image of the beast. Now read that again for him.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 48.
Listen to how the color of Christ connects to us right now. Read.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemy.
You gonna do what?
Shalt thou serve thine enemy.
Here's a question. How did we learn about Jesus the Christ? Did we know that offhand? Or did somebody that was our enemy taught us about Jesus? Which one was it? Huh? The enemies taught us. And what did the enemies teach us about Jesus Christ? That he was black or he was white? He was white. God said, you what?
Thou shalt serve thine enemies.
God said you gonna serve your enemies, and your enemies is gonna teach you lies about what his son actually looked like. We put too much faith in our enemies to actually think they're gonna teach us about God. And you know where you go to put trust in your enemies at? When you go to the Christian damn church. Did black folks set up Christian churches in America? Who set them up? Who did? The white man, the Europeans. God called them what though? What did he call them? Read it again.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemy.
God called them what? The enemies. He called them crackers, he called them enemies. And your enemies did what? Keep reading.
Which the Lord shall send against thee. And hunger.
The food that you eat down here, all that came from the white man. The white man is making it possible for you to sin against your God. Right now. Because you're out here on the Sabbath day. And this is the day that God made holy that you're supposed to rest on. You know what baffles me about black folk? This is how we know y'all the Israelites. You got a day off from working hard all damn week. And niggas don't stay home and rest. What do? We out here sitting in this mist because we are rebellious us against God. Keep reading.
And in thirst.
In thirst, the liquor that we drink come from who? Who made Jack Daniels? What drink you like? What drink you like? Huh? Hennessy? Who made that? He right. White man made that. God telling you, if you want something to drink, your favorite little strong liquor, white man going to have to make it for you. Keep reading.
And in nakedness.
Clothes on our back, sisters. Where's the clothes on our back made at? Huh? What countries? Thailand? Where? What? You said China? Hey, here's a question. Do Chinese people like black folks? God said you got to serve your enemies for what?
And in nakedness.
Clothes on your back. The people that don't like you, you got to get them from. You know why? Because God said you're going to serve your enemies, and ain't nobody that look like you make clothes to cover your ass. Now keep reading.
And in what of all things?
Now in the want of all things. God said everything you're going to get. Here's the thing. I want you to do it, because this is what we like to do. We live in a fairy tale land. All this stuff that we are doing right here, right now, is to escape the reality of the black experience in America. Name one thing white folk don't create that black people consume. Hey, I'm going to ask you a question. Who's the #1 consumers on the earth? Black folk. You know why you consume something? Read it again.
And what of all things?
Oh, God said in want of all things, you gonna be a consumer. It ain't nothing you gonna make. You gonna depend on that white man for everything. The money that is in your pockets to come out here and sin against God, whose face is on it?
Bring it out.
The Bible's a true book. The problem is that when you went to learn about God, your enemies taught you that he was white, and he said that you can do anything you want to in God and he'll love you no matter what. That is the opposite of what the Bible says. How do we know that? Are black people on top or on the bottom in the midst of their sin? Are we living it up? Are we the top nation on the earth? Where black folk at in the nation scale? Where we at? We on the damn bottom. So that means that what the enemy taught us, even about this Jesus, has caused us to hate ourselves, sin against God, and put us on the bottom. It said, in the want of all things, you gonna serve him. Keep reading.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
Now, who had chains on their neck when they came over here to America? Who had chains? And what is DeSantis trying to do down here in Florida? What is he trying to come? You graduated, but y'all still in school. What is DeSantis doing to black history here in Florida? He doing what? He wants to remove it. Why? Because if you can connect that the people of the book had what on their neck?
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
They had chains on their neck. If you can read that out of the Bible, and then you say, damn, well, that happened to who? Who had chains on their neck when we came here? Black people. You gonna realize what? That the people of the book that DeSantis don't want you to learn about is you. The Bible talking about you. That's why they want to take out the history. So if we ever come here, like they're doing now, they done removed us off to the side of the street. You been down here before. Y'all been here? Y'all seen us out here before? Are we over here or are we out there on the streets? We out there on the damn streets. So guess what's happening? They know that we are out here teaching the truth, your history out of the Bible. And if you can learn your history out of the Bible and connect it with the real world of what's going on, you're going to realize that you're the 12 tribes of Israel. They've been lost here in America, trusting in your enemies to teach you about God while your enemy is in the damn school system trying to remove your history. We put too much faith in them instead of learning for ourselves. Now it says that he will put a yoke of iron upon thy neck. But how long would it stay on? Keep reading.
Until he has destroyed thee.
Name a way that black folk are destroyed. Name one way. You know over there. You got a little more. How have black people destroyed? Because here's a question. Since the 60s, we got the right to vote. Have we gotten better as a race or worse? So that means we are what? Them chains came off. We did what to ourselves? Read it again.
Until he has destroyed thee.
We destroyed ourselves. So name a way since the 60s, black folk have destroyed themselves. Just give me one reason, one way. Huh? Mentally? Okay, I like that. What about y'all? What way have black folks destroyed themselves as a nation? Huh? Okay. Okay, going against each other would be black on black crime, right? We destroyed each other that way, right? So what God is telling us, when we had the chains on our neck, the white man didn't take them off until you was mentally destroyed to hate each other. That's what they say. Oh man, take the chain off of niggas' neck. Because they love us no matter what. They're not even going to read the Bible to find out what their God look like, because we done taught them about God and they believe he's what color? White, folks, white. We won't even look at the Bible. The Bible said that them chains came off our neck when we was mentally destroying other people. And we are living that reality out. And he's a little older than y'all. Y'all just got, what y'all 20s? 16. Okay, so y'all just got here. He's a little older than y'all, so he knows that the estate of black folk, it has not gotten better since the time you was on earth. It has gotten worse. But when you talk to young kids, they think things is all good in the hood. Hell, I could be a social media influence. I don't have to go to college and get a degree. Hell, I can get paid over here. I can do this over here. I can sleep with who I want to. I can have babies over here. Child support gonna take care of this. I ain't gotta marry no man. I ain't gotta marry no woman. And where are we at as a nation? Are we on top? On the bottom. So even the things that the white man has told us where things are getting better has actually did what to us until they what?
Until he has destroyed thee.
Actually destroying us as a people. You know why? You know why it's destroyed us? Because when you get in trouble in your house, did your daddy, your mama ever whoop the people down the street for the shit you did? What about y'all? You ever got a whooping for something somebody else did down the street that wasn't in your household and you did something in the house? Huh? No, you ain't never got no whooping for something that somebody else did down the street. No. You get whooping for what you did in the house, right? That's the same thing that's happening with us and God. We try to live like the people down the street. And God said, that stuff gonna destroy you, because in my house, you ain't gonna be allowed to do whatever you want to. You can't dress like the heathen. You gotta dress like God told you to dress. That means the fringes and border of blue. Women, you can't wear pants like the European white women, like the, what you call it? Crackers. You can't wear pants like them. God said, you princesses, you gotta wear dresses. You men are supposed to be the sons of God. When everybody see us, guess what they're supposed to see on the earth? God. That's who they're supposed to see. Now, since we're talking about we on the bottom and black men are destroyed, the race is destroyed, when people look at us, do they see gods on earth or do they see niggas? Huh? Show me where you see gods at out here. Right here! Guess what though? Guess what? They still even see us as niggas. Right. Even this. You think they love that we out here teaching black folks that you the greatest people on earth? No, you know why? Because they see us as what? They still see us as niggas. That's what they see on the earth.
The scriptures say, where there is no vision, the people perish.
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV.
Do you know history?
I'm going to show you and prove to you that the Israelites are black, were always black.
Dance floor time, just move up your body. Don't get loose and groove on the body. Bruise, wine.
Put on the armor, the procedure complete. Me nah go back, nah retreat. All traitors, every Jezebel must get delete. Me no sleep on a demon, me keep a full clip. Conspire me downfall, cause them want to me slip. Stay close to the real ones, we seal off and legit. Cause I gotta use them to keep your soul from the pit. This a war life, I swear the damn thing.
Right? Am I right? God said, my people are destroyed. Give me that Hosea chapter 4, verse 6. What am I saying? What we're teaching out of the Bible is that the things we learned from our enemies have destroyed us as a nation. Now, going forward, you got a choice to make. Either you keep living after the ways of the world and being destroyed as a people, or you turn back to God and get right. That's what choice you got. Now, everybody ain't going to do it because only a few. What did you say? Many are called, but few are what? Chosen. Everybody ain't going to do it. So don't be waiting around for the crowd to migrate your way and start being righteous. It won't happen. You better look out for yourself, and then once you find out, do what we doing. Come out here and teach them who they are according to the Bible. Because of this. Hosea 4:6.
Hosea chapter 4 and verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
God said we destroyed for what? Lack of knowledge. Is that a lack of knowledge in college degrees? Is it a lack of knowledge in money? Is it a lack of knowledge in rapping? What's the knowledge that we have been destroyed? Because God said my people are destroyed. Knowledge of what? Knowledge of self. Exactly right. And with that goes into the laws of God. Because when you don't know that you are of the 12 tribes of Israel, and you said you from what? You were? You from Haiti. So God called you Levi in the Bible. What about you, brother? Where you from? What race are you? Black, right? So you would be in the Bible, Judah. That's the same tribe Christ come from. What about y'all? Black too, what? Black Jamaican? That means that you would be Benjamin in the Bible. Because black is just a color. It's not a race of people, right? Haitian means, IET means mountainous land. You sure the hell didn't come from a mountain, right? And you are not West Indian black. That's a direction. That's Indian means slave, and black is a color. Wait a minute, don't go off knowledge yourself. Because what we doing is we trying to get you from being destroyed from lack of self-knowledge, right? Because when you understand who you are, then you understand what God wants from you. But until you know who you are according to God, you're going to live like the rest of the lost sheep from the house of Israel. You women are going to dress like the rest of the lost women of the house of Israel. Because you learned it from who? Who'd you learn it from? Crackers! That's who you learned it from. You didn't learn that stuff from God. So finish it out. Then where the brother can come teach? Finish it out.
My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge.
I said my people. They destroyed. Because I called them Judah, Benjamin, Levi. But the white man destroyed them and called them American blacks. West Indian black. Haitian. That's how you was destroyed for lack of self-knowledge. Keep reading.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge.
The thing is, we reject the knowledge of God. How many people, all these people out here hear the speaker and they keep walking. That means they are rejecting the knowledge of God. Because everybody say they love God. Ain't none of us, right? All of us have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God, right? Well, how come it ain't 10,000 people right here trying to get right? Because we did what?
Because thou hast rejected knowledge.
We reject the knowledge of God. We reject to know that we the Israelites that the Bible speaks of. You know why? Because we truly don't want to change. We love the weed. We love the liquor. We love the pants that show off our shape. We love to expose our breasts as women. We love the sleeping around with a bunch of different women. We love the breaking of the law. We really don't want to change. Keep reading.
I will also reject thee.
I said I'm going to do what?
I will also reject thee.
How we got to relearn about God where our enemies taught us? Because when they show you this image, they told you God loves you what? No matter what, right?
It's this, right?
But God said if you reject him, he's going to do what?
I will also reject thee.
Man that sits up on the throne like that look like us, he said if it's I'm going to put it to you in layman's terms. If it's F me, then you know it's what? F you. That's God. That's God in the Bible. Read it again.
I will also reject thee.
And to hell with me, well, to hell with your ass too. And guess what? And guess what? When God says to hell with you too, keep reading.
That thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing that thou hast forgotten the law of thy God.
You did what?
Thou hast forgotten the law of thy God.
So the knowledge that we forgot was who we was and the laws of God that he wants us to live by. We forgot those things. Seeing we forgot those things and said to hell with you, God, what did he say?
I will also forget thy children.
I said I'm going to forget who?
Thy children.
Tell me who's out here in these streets dying. Who is it? Black kids. Because God said what?
I will also forget thy children.
I said this, the hell with me, the hell with your kids too. Because black folk love their kids, right? God said, I got something for you. You want to reject me? I'm going to make sure your kids die in the street. Yeah, the white man's doing it. Gunned down by the police. Hell, they gunned down by more niggas than they are the police. God said, you won't forget me? Well, I'm going to forget your kids too. Because God knows where they hit you, where it hurt. He said, he's going to take your wife out, you'll get another woman. He ain't going to take your husband, man, you'll find another man. I'm going to take your kids. Because after that, you're going to hurt. And you ain't going to want no more. You're going to have that hurt from that one that you lost. And you ain't going to never have no more kids. God said, I'm going to hit you where it hurt. Because you forgot my laws, I'm going to do what? I will also forget thy children. I'm going to forget your children and they're going to die in the streets. For what reason? Jump back to the top.
My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee.
And I'm going to reject you too. So the thing is, if we know, because I ain't talk, this ain't, we know that what we do is we make the Bible real. We know damn well there's black kids out in the street of Chicago, LA's in the game, hell, Florida down in, where's that, Liberty City. They down there dying in Little Havana, Little Haiti, right? That's black kids. You don't see white kids on World Star getting shot in the head in the hood. That's us that it's talking about. We know that for a fact. The Bible just made it real because we want to live in a fantasy and not reality. We try to escape reality. That's why you came out here to have a good time in the midst of your sin, because reality is real. Reality is I gotta change this stuff, and it's hard to change all this evil around here. So what do? We give in to the evil and reject God and live like the rest of the people. So if you really want to change, then what do you have to do? Give me that in Psalms. I thought on my ways. Now, because I gave you that's the other end of when we reject God. We reject who we are. We reject the laws of God. He said, well, I'm going to kill your kids in the streets then. Your young black man going to be in prison or dead, and your women going to be baby mamas and hoes, and nobody want to marry them. That's why they all out here fornicators. Most black women in the world won't get married. Why? Because the men are dying or in prison, and a man that ain't in prison is using them like hoes. Because they reject God. It is what it is. That's the other end of the stick. So on the opposite end of how to get right with God, what do? Read that.
The book of Psalms, chapter 119 and verse 59. I thought on my way.
Oh, David said what?
I thought on my way.
I thought, am I really a damn mountain? But white man named that IT. That's a mountainous name. West Indian black. Direction, color, not a race. You gotta think, am I American black? Who am I to God? Because you ain't never read Haitian in the Bible, have you? You ever read Haitian in the Bible? No. You ever read, hey sis, you ever read West Indian black in the Bible? What about you? You ever heard about it in the Bible at all? No. God said you gotta do what?
I thought on my ways.
You gotta think on your ways and do what?
And turn my feet unto thy testimony.
You gotta turn your feet to God. That's what you gotta do. That's the solution. Now, my hands are clean because I've given you the word of God, and now your salvation, when your body goes back to the dirt from which it came, and your soul go back to its maker, you're gonna have to answer from here on out from what you heard. Because the pastors lied to you. We told you straight up. You've been rejected by God because you won't keep his laws. And going forward, when you know better, you're supposed to what? Do better. So before you meet your maker, I pray you do better. Take a flyer so you can learn and think on your ways. Am I living right according to God, or am I following the crowd and living in my own lust? That's things you guys really think about. Because all these men right here, all these black men that you see right here, the sons of God, that you said, right? The gods, the sons of God, we thought on our ways. And we did what?
I made haste and delayed not to keep thy commandment.
Do what?
To keep thy commandment.
And wait, we heard, hey man, you can't be sleeping with all these women out here. You gotta get married and have one wife and take care of your kids. You women, you should be sleeping around with a bunch of men. You're supposed to know one man all your life and be married to that man. You shouldn't have no boyfriends. We thought on our ways and we said, you know what? I'm gonna do what God told me to do. because it's right. And to hell with what everybody else say. If don't nobody else agree with me, guess who agree with me? God. God, I don't give a damn if none of these people out here hate me. God love me because I'm doing thus saith the Lord, and I'm not following the crowd to fit in with the rest of the wicked and evil doers. To hell with them. Follow God.
Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is